I doing it? Let's see. Dun dun dun. I think I'm doing this. Oh, we can do filters. Oh God. Oh wow. Oh, forgive me. Just give me like 2 seconds to figure this out. Okay. Am I doing it? Hmm. Okay. Oh no, don't do that. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm so new. Oh, that's my backyard. I'm so new to this. This is hard. Okay. Why? Oh, it froze. Oh, that's not me. Why am I so bad at this? This is impossible. Okay. Okay. Oh. And let's actually get this started. And don't mind me, I'm just adding a cute filter. There we go. Okay. Wow, amazing. Hello, everybody. Oh, no, my Instagram one just keeps... Instagram does not like this. Is it working fine for you? It just says that to me, it just keeps saying that it's reconnecting. So if Instagram's working, let me know. I am doing both Facebook and Instagram Live at the same time. Wow. Okay. Stressful. Hello, everybody. What's up? Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. So if you didn't know, maybe you're living under a rock, I have a book that's coming out literally tomorrow, which is insane. But I've already been getting messages from people who are saying that they have copies already, like theirs shipped, which is so cool. So I'm so excited about this. But today, very exciting. This is with Premier Collectibles, and I'm signing. So these are little inserts that go inside the book, and you can buy them. And I mean, you don't have to, you buy the whole book. It's not just like, you don't just like buy my signature. So if you guys want to check that out, it's premiercollectibles.com/Rienks. So yeah, I guess I'm just going to like, start signing and answering questions. You can submit questions on premiercollectibles.com/Rienks if you would like to, and that's RIENKS, which, why am I saying that? You can see my name in both places, but I will also be answering questions from you guys here if you would like. I guess we're just gonna have to deal with my Instagram not wanting to have a filter, which would be nice and pretty. Someone asked, please tell us you're wearing sweats or comfy pants. Oh, how did you know that I am in fact wearing sweatpants? Now my cover's been blown, but I mean, to be fair, was my cover ever really... I mean, we all assumed that that's what I was doing, right? I think Facebooking... Oh, thanks so much for everyone saying like you're doing fine, sweetie. Thank you. But yeah, I guess we'll start to sign it. Wow, this Sharpie scent just got to me really fast. This is my first one. Okay. This is dramatic. Should I film this for my vlog too? Vlogging. Oh, I should put, would you like to be on my vlog? Let's see. Oh, hello! Facebook and Instagram Live. If you see your name, say holla. Amazing. Cool. So guess this is going to be my very first signature. I hope I don't mess this up. Oh, don't knock the table, Megan. Don't rock the boat. Okay, first signature. It's fine. I mean, probably should have practiced. What do we think? This is what it is so far. I mean, that's not awful. That's not totally the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's fine. It's totally fine. Okay, so, oh, where did I put this? Okay, great. Cool, cool, cool. Amazing. So I'm going to start signing and answering some questions. Do I have to... Hi from Poland. Hello, Poland. Hello, hello, hello. I'm sorry if it keeps freezing. I'm trying. It's also going to be on Facebook, so if you want to rewatch it, it is there. Someone asked, what would be your biggest piece of advice for someone who wants to write a book? I mean, it's really a good question considering it's super hard. I would say figure out your voice, and that's really hard, but like allot yourself that time to like get into the swing of things and find what sounds like you and makes it feel like you. Other than that, have a lot of time to do it and limit distractions. Distractions were the bane of my existence. It was rough. It was pretty rough. Someone said, how do you always look younger and younger? That is the nicest thing I've heard in my entire life. Thank you so much. I've been feeling incredibly self-conscious because I have wrinkles in my forehead now. And, I can't like go get Botox. So thank you. Cause I feel like I've aged like 5 years in the last month. So thank you. That means a lot. Wow. Does it look like I'm forging my own signature? I like can't pick mine. Okay. Let's see. They're all going to be different though. It's like weird because, oh my God, I spelled my name wrong. I fixed it. I haven't signed my name in a very long time. Someone said, I've been living under a rock. Why choose the title You're Not Special? So You're Not Special. So the whole like point of it also really goes along with the cover, because I came up with the cover pretty early on, but I actually came up with the title when we were pitching the book. So You're Not Special, I think, has this twofold thing of like feeling kind of like, a rude asshole thing to say, but in this context, it's actually a good thing. So I like I like titles that have two different meanings. So it basically I chose it because it's as if You're Not Special is like you're not alone, but I am not a fan of cheesy self-help books. I think they're just that, super cheesy and not attainable or relatable at all, because I'm like a mediocre human, like give me mediocre human advice. So I wanted something that was a little cheeky, a little tough love, but then also once you read the book, you'll see like, oh, she's not being mean, At least I'm not trying to be mean. Okay, let's keep signing and make sure I spell my name right. Wow, they all look so different. Oh my God. People I know who are here and it makes me happy. And okay, let's see. Your top is cute. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Someone asked, did your publisher give pushback as you updated and delayed the book? No, they were so nice to the point where I was like, what's up? Like, this is suspicious. This is so nice and so accommodating. But, yeah, I think they understood. And because they had read the book, like the completed or like a full draft of the book, when we submitted it to them, when I switched to new publishers, I think for them, they knew the content of the book and they were like, oh yeah, okay, we can totally see how this might take you some time and like energy to go through, but they were really nice. I love them. They're like the nicest people ever, which is fantastic. Okay, let's take some from Instagram. Oh, okay. What's my favorite vegetable? Ooh, I love that question. Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. I think they're delicious. And I like broccoli too. Is that an unpopular opinion? I was like French fries. That's a vegetable. And when this quarantine is over, will you do another podcast with Leo? 100% will, definitely. We FaceTimed yesterday. And yeah. Would you class this as oh, I thought you said self-tape. And I was like, this isn't an audition. Would I classify it as self-help? I would say, so it literally says on here, a sort of memoir. So I would classify it as part memoir, part big sister friend advice, not so much self-help in like a professional sense. Oh, my vlog camera is still on. Oops, my bee. Yeah, so I would consider it like that self-help, but if you like put it next to other real self-help books, you'd be like, this is some questionable advice, but it's on brand for me. Let's see. Are you left-handed? No, I wish I was. I feel like that would add some like flavor to my personality, but no, I'm like boring all right-handed. Do I plan on being politically active this year? Yeah, do you know me at all? I've been politically active my whole life. Okay. Let's see. Now that you've gone through this whole process, would you ever want to write another book? You know, I was actually talking to Mats about that, and I don't know. He was like, you have to, like, you've got such a like unique voice, like that's something you're good at. And I was like, oh, really hard. So I don't know if I would write another book. I mean, definitely not immediately. I think I would be really interested in writing like a screenplay or a pilot and doing something more like short form. That seems a little more digestible to me right now. So I think I would try that. But maybe later down the road, I would want to write another book. I don't know. I also have to figure out if I can write fiction. Because I don't know if I can. So we'll see. Hopefully. And I recommend everybody get the book. Please do a baking video. I have been doing baking on IG. What is it? Oh, IGTV. So if you want to check out that, I've done 2 different ones. I guess I could do one on YouTube, but I'll probably incorporate it in a vlog. I've been enjoying doing vlogs lately, which is fun. Oh yeah, totally changed the end. Literally not one of these looks the same. So if you get one, it is a very unique one. So someone asked where you can get the signed copies. It's at Premier Collectibles. You can get one, order one, premiercollectibles.com/Rienks, which is my name. I mean, that's my last name. It's actually one of my last names. I technically have 2 last names. That's a fun fact about me if you didn't know. Okay, so let's see. Have you been working on any more screenplays? The honor list was incredible. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. No, that ties into my previous one that I would like to, but I haven't. I mean, to be fair, I've been so focused on doing this for so long that everything else has kind of like fallen to the wayside. So once this is done, I'm like, what am I gonna do? This is gonna be rough. Like, I'm gonna have to come up with something else to do. Okay, so I actually have questions that you guys have submitted on premiercollectibles.com/Rienks. Check it out. And let me actually put that in here. Oh, let me, no. premiercollectibles.com/Rienks if you want to ask me more questions, because that'll go to my computer. And let's see. So someone asked, what was the hardest chapter to write? I mean, I think I've answered it before on YouTube, and I don't think it changes. I truly think like probably the most, like the family stuff, the stuff that's the most personal was the hardest to write. But then there were other parts of other chapters that the more I edited them, they became harder to write. But right off the bat, that was the one that I like left to the very end. And I was like, ugh, okay, I'll do it later. And someone else from my parents have read the book. Nope, not yet. Let's see if they buy it, and then they will be able to read it. So, yeah, it's gonna be a time. What was your inspiration to write this book? I've always wanted to write a book. I just love writing. English was my favorite subject in school aside from drama. And yeah, it was always like a bucket list thing. Like how, I don't know, movies or people have bucket lists, which is ironic because maybe the honor list was about bucket lists. And yeah, I've always just wanted to write a book. So that was something that's been in the works for a really long time. So yeah, that was my like inspiration behind it. But I truly don't even remember exactly when I knew it would be an advice book, but I've just always known. I think probably since I was in high school, that was like the one, because it's the kind of thing that I would have really liked to read because I was a lonely ass only child. So that would have been my jam. Oh, someone asked, what are important steps to moving into your first apartment alone? Wow, good question. Security cameras? I get like the paranoid girl stuff where it's like, oh, I'm gonna die. Like, listen to too many true crime podcasts. So that is a must have. And then good internet, because you're gonna be spending a lot of time FaceTiming with people. And then just like, yes, take a lot of like effort and time to like spend time with people, even if it's like virtually. That was really helpful for me. So yeah, it's an exciting time. What would you consider to be your biggest accomplishment? I mean, probably the book. Like, that's like a whole ordeal. So I would say writing a book or doing my movie. I think those are both like big ones. Okay, I've decided that I hate how I'm doing K's. I never did cursive K's, and I've just been doing normal K's. I think I have to do like a cursive K because this is just looking like kind of weird. Okay, let's get some from Instagram. Someone said, are you friends with your parents? No, they're my parents. They're not my friends, and read the book. Let's see. Did you use real names in the book? No, I only used a couple real names. I used a couple of my best friends. Actually, I think Sydney's the only one who has her real name. And then, yeah, I mean, I think it's mostly like Sydney, and then a couple of other people have their real names, but only people that I was comfortable asking, or not even, you don't have to ask, you just have to like let them know, heads up. So it was only people that I was comfortable being like, hey, heads up, your full name's gonna be in the book, if you're cool with that. So none of like the juicy stuff is anyone's real name, but I had a lot of fun coming up with like fake names, and my best friend Sydney and I spent a lot of time like FaceTiming, going over what I was gonna like, all the aliases I was gonna give people. And then for my like close friends who I gave aliases to, I had their input, but then some of them like still hate theirs, and I was like, sorry, I chose it, not my fault. Okay, do you think sorry, I just read one and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I wish you could have done book signings. Yeah, but I'm doing one now. I know what you mean, though. Like, a real in-person one would have been cool. But my socially anxious self is actually pretty okay with the fact that I get to do all this stuff virtually. But it definitely would have been cool to do it in person. But I feel like the signatures would have sucked. But maybe that's not what people care about as much. You're gonna get a smiley face, and you're gonna get a smiley face. Hey, yay! Cool. These are so fun. Okay. How do you deal with the mental toll that comes with the quarantine? So I feel like I'm in like a unique position because I already spend so much time like working from home and being home. So it's not that crazy different. But the biggest difference for me is that Mats, my boyfriend, is home. So whereas most people are not getting the social interactions that they normally get, and so it feels, unless you're an introvert, but it feels like, oh wow, I am missing people. I'm missing like going out and like, yeah, interacting with people socially. I'm having more social interaction because he's home. So I feel like I'm benefiting from that aspect of it. But the like anxiety, I can't grocery shop anymore. We were like going together, and that was at like the very beginning too, before they were advising people just only like one person per household. But yeah, I get so anxious, so that's been really sucky, and not sleeping well, skin breaking out. But at the end of the day, what we're dealing with and going through, like that like stir crazy feeling, is, I still even consider that like a privilege. That's like our biggest concern right now, is just either like, feeling like restless and feeling like we want to get out of the house, and other people are dealing with like so much more intense, really scary stuff. So that's really good, and we're both healthy. Neither of us have any pre-existing conditions. So yeah, really thankful that we're happy and healthy. But yeah, it's definitely like puts a toll on anyone's mental health. Is the book more targeted towards teenagers, or will everyone find the advice helpful? I mean, oh, sorry, Facebook. I think everybody would. I mean, I wrote it for me, like my age too. And I didn't write it young. Like I didn't skew it. Like I talk how I talk to my peers. And so because it really is peer driven, like peer to peer, I think it would work really for any age. But I mean, I do swear and have some like raunchy stuff in there. So maybe not like a child. But I think adults will like it. And I don't think a lot of children watch me anyway. Do I know what stores will carry the book? Yeah, I have links in my bio, but you can also just like Google Meghan Rienks You're Not Special, because I don't know what country you're in. And it has all the book pre-order links from like every retailer that's available now. And I don't know where it'll go after that. Okay. When will the signed copies be shipped out? Oh, I have it in an email. Let me see. It will be... Oh, wait. I think it's on the site. They will ship out after the release date. Yeah. It'll ship out after the release date. I have to sign all of them, or as many as I can before my hand breaks. So that's when they will go out. But let's see. Okay. Were you worried at all about separating your book from other YouTuber books? Wow, good question. I don't know. I wrote it I started writing it so long ago. I don't know. Actually, no, you're right. I did. I definitely did. I remember early on, I said, I'm not going to be on the cover. I'm not doing any like high glossy images in the book, like no pictures. I don't want any quizzes. I don't want any of that kind of stuff. So it wasn't even necessarily because I was like, oh, I don't want to be like other YouTubers who do books like that, but it was more like, I don't want to read something like that. And that's like not my jam. And I don't think anyone who follows me would want that either. Like, I just don't want like pictures of me just in the book. Like that's weird. That's super weird to me. Okay. Time frame of the book since high school, since you moved to LA. So it's not chronological order. The whole thing about it, I wanted it to be so you could flip through it at any point, and you don't necessarily you can read it in order, but you don't necessarily have to. So it's broken up into sections: dating, friends and frenemies, growing up, and finding love and being happy. But then through all of those sections, there are chapters. So if you're like, oh, I want to read something about toxic friendships, I can just go to chapter 8 and read it. So there are some like instances where I refresh your memory of who somebody is if the reader is reading it like that, which is, I wanted it to be written in a way that you could read it all the way through, but then also you could go back. So it jumps all over the place. It's not chronological of my life, also because, yeah, like toxic friendships and like depression and anxiety and all of that stuff is not like a one-time singular event. You like go through my whole life with my experience of that sort of stuff and then my advice from there. Okay. So where the books are going, like I said before, they will be on, I have the link right now, premiercollectibles.com/Rienks, and you can get the edition with the signing. And oh no, Instagram is lagging and I'm getting questions. Okay. Let's see. Why does it keep pausing? Okay. Do I mention making my movie in the book? Maybe like one quick reference, but it's not really like a huge, oh no, I do, but like not in like this is how it happened. It's more just along the lines of other stories. So someone asked, do I talk about ADHD? And yes, I do talk about ADHD. I talk about it especially in the anxiety chapter. It gets a little shout out there because it wasn't until I was older that you start to like put two and two together of like realizing aspects of like your life and your mental health that are related to other aspects of your life and mental health. And it becomes like oh wow, this is why, like a cause and effect, like this is why I'm like this, or this is why I do all of this, and it's not so confusing and scary. So I kind of tie it all in together. Okay, let's see. Do I talk about my parents in the book? Yes. Oh my God, someone said hi from Edinburgh. Literally my favorite place in the world. I love it so much. Someone also asked how much of it is advice based. I mean, let's see. This is also the back cover, if you've missed it. I mean, so pretty much everything goes through a story and then what I learned, my advice from it, because I hate people who give me advice about something and I'm like, how do you know what you're talking about? Why would I believe, not even like believe you, but like, why am I going to take your advice when like I have no idea if you've ever been through something that I've been through? So it's a lot of, here's my experience with this thing, and then this is why I can give you advice on it, or this is why I'm giving you advice on it from my own personal experience. So it's more like, oh, these lessons I've learned, things I would do differently. So everything has like a story and advice component. So yeah, I think it's a good mix. But yeah. Okay. Did I miss how we order a signed copy? If you did miss it, it's on premiercollectibles.com/rinks. You can order one. Good time. Also, if you go to my Instagram stories after this, I have it linked in like swipe ups that you can do that there. Oh my God, I keep forgetting the E in my name. I haven't written my name in cursive in so long. This is dramatic. This is not good. This is not good. Oh, someone else is from Dublin. I love Dublin. Was it hard to start the book, and how did you stay motivated? Oh, I just realized Facebook is getting a nice armpit shot. It was hard to start. I mean, I started with the easy stuff first because, yeah, it's just, oh my gosh, this is like killing my ADHD, writing and talking. Yeah, it's hard to kind of collect your thoughts all in there, but I outlined the book first, and so I came up with sections and chapters within everything. So the more that I planned, the easier it was, because that was like me starting. So I think that was probably what made it doable, is that once you break it down into small sections, then starting, it doesn't feel like you're starting to write a book. It just feels like, oh, I'm outlining a timeline for a story that's within a chapter. So I made it like really digestible for me. So yeah. And let's see. Oh, someone asked, why does the UK Amazon say it won't be released till June 11th and not May 5th? So international retailers, I also have no control over shipping delays or oh my God, my co-star just said human society wasn't meant to exist like this. Why do they, I mean, at least they weren't dragging me personally, but like dragging the world, which is fair. What was I saying? Oh, I don't have any control over like shipping delays and things like that. Sometimes, I mean, it's like movies come out different time, like different days or months in different places. I think it just depends on when the retailer buys. Like they say that they're going to have the book and they're buying the amount of copies that they're going to have to sell. So yeah, I don't totally know, but audiobook and e-reader version should release on the 5th. I'm like 99% sure. And I also feel like you could like rewire your VPN or something. Isn't that a thing? I tried to do that when I tried to watch Netflix in St. Martin, and I was like, why does it not have what I want to watch? So I feel like that would work. Put the cap back on the Sharpie. Sorry, I have ADHD. But look, I brought a lot of Sharpies because I was afraid that was going to happen. Okay, someone said I read your book and I loved it. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. And note to everybody, if you read my book and you don't love it, please don't tell me. I can't take it. I spent so much time and effort, and I just don't want to know. Just like you don't have to lie to me. Just like you could lie to me. Just like don't say anything, because I can't. Maybe when I'm in like a better like I've like left it for a while. That's like someone commenting on a picture of like your baby the day that it's born, being like, this is an ugly baby. You know? I just can't. I can't hang right now. Okay. Was there ever a point where you felt discouraged and wanted to stop writing your book? Yeah. I mean, definitely. There's I think the thing that was probably actually the hardest was that I didn't announce my book before I wrote it. I think a lot of people do that where they announce the book and then they write it, but I originally had different publishers and I wrote the whole book and I was having like a lot of issues with them and we were just not agreeing on stuff and it became the most emotionally and like mentally taxing thing ever, and I was convinced that I just wrote this book that was going to go nowhere because they didn't want to put it out how I wanted it to be. And so that was like the most frustrating thing ever. And it was so hard because no one knew I was writing a book. So it wasn't like I could like update people on Twitter or kind of vent about it, but I just had to like put on this face. So there was definitely in that time where I was like, nobody knows I'm writing a book. Nobody knows that I wrote this. So like, I'm just not going to do it. Like, I'm done. But then I didn't give up. And then I got new publishers and now it's out. But from there, once I had new publishers who I love them and like my editor just like we get each other and I felt like so supported that I was more excited to release it. But I'm still nervous. Okay. Would you say the parent chapter is good for anyone without a good relationship with their parents? I mean, I think so. I obviously don't know everybody else's situation. I can only write from my own experience, but it involves obviously like a story of my own personal life, but then also how I dealt with it growing up, like how I coped with it growing up and at different stages in my life. And I think because the book was really written over the course of like 5 years, maybe even a little more than 5 years. You see me, or I talk about dealing with it from the age, like my whole childhood, but like all the aftermath of all of that stuff. So like I've learned a lot and that you see that growth in the book, I think, which I think will be helpful because it's not just like, oh, cool, everything's great. Like I'm donezo, like, I think it has some sort of evolution. Let's see. How can we request that our library gets the book? I would assume you call the library. I really have no idea. Okay. Ooh. Oh my gosh, there's so many more. Okay. Were your friends surprised by anything in the book? I don't know. It's not out yet. It comes out tomorrow, so my friends haven't read it. My best friend Sydney read 1 chapter or part of a chapter so I could like get the timeline right and be like, hey, is this the right order of how everything happened? But I feel like they would be. Oh, Melissa's actually read it because we did the audiobook and she directed it. So she was like saying, she's like, I didn't know like 99% of the stuff in here. And I was like, you'd think for someone who's like a very seemingly open book, I'm also like a very closed book. Someone asked if you can buy the insert separately. No, comes with the book. Like, why would you pay? No, you gotta get, no one's gonna charge you just for this. Like, together. Okay. How many pages is it? 278. And I think the original one that I wrote, because I cut out some stuff, was like 300 something. So, are you nervous about being compared to YouTubers who had ghostwriters or people speculating? I don't think so. I mean, I've been really open with the fact that I wanted a co-author, not a ghostwriter, and I was not allowed to have a co-author because my voice was so specific to me that it was just like gonna mess up the flow. So I have like no qualms with admitting that I didn't think I could write a whole book and that I ended up doing it. So I don't think so. I think it reads like me, and that would be the most obvious. And yeah, I swear it sounds very much like me. Okay. Oh, good question. Is there anything triggering in the book worth knowing up front? I think that there's nothing so, like, if you like mental health, like stuff, anxiety, I think like the section chapter stuff, I think you'll be able to kind of tell from all of that stuff. But no, I don't think so. I don't think there's anything you'd be like, I don't think there's anything that's like, oh wow, this came without warning or anything like that. Hi Kaylee. Okay. Oh, should we do ebook or audiobook? Whatever you want. And oh, I didn't report a comment. I thought I did. Yeah, literally whichever one you want. If you prefer listening, I read the whole thing, or if you prefer like digital. But I mean, or do you want one that's signed? And like, how cute is these fonts and stuff? Do you know how much time I spent coming up with fonts? And I was like, I feel like this insane girl, like talking to the design team, being like, okay, but like, what if we do this, and like this seems like this, and all of that. So I was a little insane about it. Okay. Did your boyfriend learn something new about you? Who knows? Because homeboy isn't ready yet. He is he's like, there are two little sections of chapters that he has, he writes from, oh my God, I spelled my name so wrong. Someone's gonna get one that says Meghan Rienks, but I did two I's instead of IE. I spelled my name wrong. OMFG. It's very hard to talk and write at the same time, so I'm definitely going to like watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine tonight and sign a lot of these. Okay. Let me keep scrolling through. If people are asking again where you can get the signed copies, it's at premiercollectibles.com/Rienks, Rienks. Apparently I don't know how to spell it. I can say it out loud, but I can't write it down. Oh my God, someone said, I've been trying to get my friends to get to listen to the podcast since it came out. I brought them and I bought them all a copy. Maybe you'll do a book club. I love that. Yes, there is an audio book and it's available for pre-order already right now. You can just go to Amazon and get that. Okay. Who did you dedicate the book to? Should I give you the sneak peek? The exclusive? Okay. Am I allowed to do this? I don't know. It's my book, right? I feel like I should be allowed to do this. So this is a dedication. To my younger self, you always wanted a reason for the shit you dealt with. This is it, I think. Big Leo energy, dedicating the book to myself. But other people got like thanks at the end, you know? Okay. Oh, I'm going to pin. How do I pin a comment? Is that a thing? You can pin a comment on IG stories, right? I mean, IG. Pin comment. Did it. Is it appropriate for teens? Totally depends on what you deem appropriate for teens. There's references to like, you know, the nasty and underage drinking. But yeah. Is the audiobook on Audible? Yes. Where can you get it in the UK? You can Google. That sounded passive aggressive. I don't mean that, but like I only have US links. I've been trying really hard to get all the international links, but it's just hard because every site, unless it's only a UK site, it reroutes to the American version. So it's been hard to like get all of the international ones. So if you literally just Google "You're Not Special," Meghan Rienks, and the country where you live, it should give you specific links. Because I was getting a lot of messages from people, even in Canada, being like, the Amazon doesn't work. And I was like, are you on Amazon US or Amazon Canada? And they were like, US, you're right. So yeah, I would just look for those that way. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you got your pinned comment. What are the names of the chapters? I'll give you a couple sneak peeks. We have how to You Can't Sit With Us is no longer a funny graphic t-shirt. 2005 was a great year for dating. I Think I'm Allergic to You. 10 Ways to Trick People into Thinking of Your Shit Together. And You Thought Trolls Live Under Bridges. And a comprehensive step-by-step program on how to give 0 fucks. I need to stop making that sound. I don't know why. Okay. Are you more nervous or excited for us to read it? I'm excited for my audience to read it. I am scared out of my absolute mind for people I know to read it. I'm like, I was talking to my best friend last night that I was like, I'm so nervous for like my high school boyfriend to read it. Like, why? We were 16 when we dated. That was 10 years ago. And we don't talk now. Like, why? I'm like, I'm in a relationship. He is in a relationship. I have no feelings for him. Like, why am I so nervous for him to read it? Like, I don't know why. I'm just most nervous for people that I know, personally. So that's like it. Hi, Brian. Hello. Okay. Let's see. Is the book in chronological order? No, I've said it before, but it's the kind of book that you can read it from start to finish all the way through, but you can also like flip through it and just like pick a chapter that like relates, or if you want to go back and read it. I really wanted it to be, if there was something you resonated with or like a piece of advice or anything like that, I wanted it to be easily reread, that you could go back to certain sections without having to reread the whole book. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we're Leo, we're nervous softies inside, and we never want to hurt anyone. Yeah. And we just have really fragile, sensitive egos. Okay. Let's say, oh my God, someone said on Facebook, Lily said today on the shared video that she read some chapters and they are really good. I hope she's not lying. She is not a big reader, but I hope she, actually, maybe she did tell me that she read like a couple chapters. I'm like, I was just happy that she has it. And I was like, yes. Okay. I'm gonna do a couple more that I have over here, some questions. And oh, someone said my favorite Brooklyn Nine-Nine character. I have to answer that. So I am a Jake. I wish I was an Amy. There are some parts of me that are kind of like Amy, but really I am just a Jake. Like, I just want everybody to like me. I'm like constantly being goofy, to like a detrimental sense. And I feel like I don't get like taken seriously really. So I would say that, but like my favorite, like that's who I am. You asked me my favorite character. You didn't ask me who I am. My favorite character is probably Charles. He's so funny. It actually kills me every single day. I am jealous of people who are like full blown Amy's. Like, I just like, if I wasn't a Leo, I would want to be a Virgo because I'm so messy and like unorganized and my brain is unorganized. So I would have loved that. It would have been fantastic. Okay. So, let's see some more in here. Let me refresh this to get all the questions. Okay. Who is your celeb crush besides Mark Ruffalo, obviously? So that's funny. Mons and I were actually talking about that the other day, or like, was it yesterday? Or the day before? We watched What a Girl Wants, which, side note, he thinks What a Girl Wants is better than She's the Man. And I was like, okay, I'm so happy that you enjoyed What a Girl Wants, but I'm just telling you, like, universally, that's just not true. And he's like, well, no, it's just like my preference. I was like, no. Like, it's a fact that, like, What a Girl Wants is not, like, She's the Man is one of the best movies of all time. So I was trying to figure out like what was like my 90s heartthrob, or not 90s, I was born in the 90s, like my 2000s heartthrob was. And I like couldn't figure it out. I loved Seth Cohen was my jam. Like, I like loved him. I loved Logan, but I couldn't really like remember who my celebrity crush was except for Nick Jonas. I was absolutely in love with Nick Jonas, but now, no offense, Nick, he didn't get taller. Mine, Michael B. Jordan is chef's kiss. Like, I like number one, and then Andy Samberg. So I clearly have a type. Like, what? But yeah, that's it. But Michael B. Jordan is like creme de la creme. Are there any TV shows you've been binge watching during the quarantine? We watched Tiger King like everybody else, and that's it. Like, we just literally every single night we scroll through all of the, I just can't sign me as well, I'm talking. We scroll through all of the like Netflix, Hulu, and everything, and we'll go through it for like 40 minutes, and then every time we just watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I've probably watched the whole series like 4 or 5 times, and I watched it for the first time last year, maybe. It's the greatest thing ever. And growing up on YouTube, what was the most important life lesson you learned, and how many times did something happen that you think, yep, that's going in my book? Oh, wow. So It's funny because even before I was like officially writing a book, I'm gonna burp, sorry. Even before I was officially writing a book, there's like a chapter in here called my worst, like my date with the GDI, like the worst date ever. Should we get them in? Nice and cute. I as I was living it, I don't think I actually thought like this is going in my book, but I was like, it's like when you fall in public and nobody else is around and you're like, oh my God, I have to tell everybody. I have to remember everything that's happening because it's absolutely ridiculous. And I feel like I'm going insane and I need someone else to like share this with me. So that was definitely one that I was like, has to go in. But lots of different things happened. Like lots of things happened that I was like, this is going in my book, especially like family stuff that, kept happening. And then the growing up on YouTube, what's the most important life lesson you learned? Oh gosh, that's so hard. I would say that I don't know. I mean, there's like a couple. I think like protecting my happiness and like protecting that and like valuing that is not something I did at the beginning of YouTube, and being like authentic in, yeah, like I don't want like the pursuit of happiness, but being authentic in that and actually trying to be happy and actually like working on myself and doing things for me as opposed to like I thought I was, but I was doing it for videos and doing it to like, I don't know, that false sense of happiness. And yeah, and I think like not everything is what it seems like image wise, because I can get caught up in all of that and see like, oh my gosh, I wish my life was like this, or I wish it was like this. But then I think about how people have thought that about me, and like you'll see in the book that it so wasn't the case, and I was so guilty perpetuating that too, and not because I like wanted to seem like I had it all together, but because it made me feel better if I put that front on, because it made me believe it. I didn't think I was tricking other people. I did it for me. So that's probably the most important lesson that I've learned. Let's take some more from Instagram. Is a curly girl update video coming? Yes. Am I an SVU fan? I do love SVU. I haven't watched it in a while though. Overall, how are you feeling at this moment a day before your book comes out? Nervous? Excited? No, mostly nervous. I think it's weird because I'm home and it's not like I'm anywhere, so it doesn't really, I like got these copies last week, so I think it's just gonna, it feels odd. Like it kind of feels like any other day, but at the same time, I know it's not, so I'm definitely nervous. Oops. Okay. Let's see. Was this book cathartic in some way to you? I know it was hell to write, but I hope it brought some happiness to you. Love you forever. Thank you. I think some parts were cathartic. I think it was cathartic writing it and then going back and like reading it. I think as for as hard as it was, I think it was also cathartic in a sense for a lot of the stuff. But it was also nice to like go back when I read like the first draft back when I was editing it to see like how different I was or how far I'd come. There were definitely some parts that I was like sad, that I was like, oh God, I was like so like innocent and naive, and that's not the case anymore. But there were other times that it was, oh wow, I'm so glad that I've like dealt with that, or that's not my mindset anymore. So I think that was pretty good. But yeah, I think it like now thinking back on it, it definitely, I think it probably like tied up some like loose ends for me, but who knows? Maybe it'll all come crashing down. Okay. Did parts make you cry at all? Yes. Yes, they did. And you can tell in the audiobook there was like one part that I had to like redo like 2 or 3 times, and I'm not a big crier. So, yeah. I mean, I cried a ton writing it and like editing it and going over it and all of that stuff. But if you get the audiobook, you can hear me getting choked up a couple of times. Okay. Everyone asking, the link, the pinned comment on the IG live is for a signed copy at premiercollectibles.com/rinks. So, yeah. And How many topics did you not end up writing about? Huh. I mean, I think I only deleted a couple, not delete, I mean, get deleted, but like got rid of a couple of chapters that I thought were redundant, but they weren't like stories. They were just, except the only one I got rid of was like my nose job one, because I was like, at the time, I was like, oh, there's all these vlogs about it. Why would I just like write a chapter that's like essentially like summarizing my vlogs? And now, looking back on it, I'm like, would have been nice. Should have done it, because those vlogs do not exist anymore. So that was annoying. Let's see. Did you go through other titles before picking this one? No, this is the title that I pitched it as. I like to come up with titles as like while I'm coming up with things. I did the same thing with my movie. So I I pitched this and got this book deal on the name, You're Not Special. So that was like one of my hard deal breakers that I was like, I'm not going to be on the cover, and this is the title of the book. So yeah, I didn't go through any other ones. Maybe I did like mentally, but I don't think I did, because I remember I had it on my notes app. I wrote You're Not Special down, and it always has just like stuck with that. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it keeps pausing for connection. You wrote about your short-lived college sorority experience, right? Yes, I did. How am I celebrating the release? Good question. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm doing an Instagram live. No, I'm doing that today with Jocelyn. What am I doing tomorrow? Do I have press tomorrow? I think I do. I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe we'll like order takeout or something. I don't know. That would be fun, but I'm not totally sure. Okay, let's see. Why am I singing? I don't know. Oh, guys, I'm only gonna be on for 5 more minutes because it's only till 12 and I have other stuff that I have to do for the book. But 5 more minutes. So if you guys want to submit any more questions, I will do my best to answer. And again, the pinned comment on IG store live, my brain is not working. That is for the signed copy. And then on Facebook, I will add a link. I'm pretty sure I am able to add a link. And if not, it is premiercollectibles.com/rinks to get your signed copy of the book. And let's see. Okay. So the pinned comment, everyone who's asking if they can get a signed copy on Amazon, they're on premiercollectibles.com. That's where you can get a signed copy. Where am I from? Are you new here? I feel like you're new here. Is my relationship with your parents in the book? Is your relationship with your parents in your book? Yes. Why did I couldn't read that well. Okay. It's my hand cramping up. I just can't write and like talk and read at the same time. I'm just not good at, I'm like good at multitasking, but only in a way that my brain wants me to multitask. Let's see. Okay. Who are you most excited to read your book? Probably like you guys, people who have like watched me for a while. I'm excited for like my audience to read it. I'm not excited for people I know to read it at all. Will Amazon still deliver the book? Yes, you can check and see if your shipping is delayed, but also if you want to get it straight up tomorrow, you can get the audio or digital version, because those are just automatic downloads. And let's see. Oh, someone asked me, are you planning on doing a press tour? Was planning on doing a press tour, but Corona, baby. So no, not planning on, or I'm not going to do one now, just doing everything virtually. So I know that sucks for people who like wanted me to do like a full tour, but I'm not going to lie. I feel like this is like, for my social anxiety, this bodes well, having to like just do all this from home, which is nice. But maybe I'll write another book. Don't hold me to that. It was really hard to write even just one. Okay. You should celebrate with a cake. Maybe. Are you excited for your book to possibly reach a wider audience? Yes, I would love that. That would be amazing. Someone said on Amazon Canada, your book is #1 on performing arts. So cool. What is a performing arts book? What is that? Also, like, what's that genre? Also asked if I speak Dutch. No. I used to be able to say like a couple of sentences and words. Now I can only say blauw, which is blue, as you know. So, you know. Does it come out at midnight Eastern Standard Time? Good question. I actually have no idea. I don't know. Maybe? Who knows? Who knows? Okay. How does Mott's feel about the book? He hasn't read it yet. Oh, someone said, is this an easy read? Because I love your stories, but reading isn't my thing. You're a visual learner and get easily bored reading. I think it's so. I mean, I don't go to college. I'm not using like really big words, but I think it reads conversationally. Like it reads like how I talk. So if you like how I talk, but also I don't know if you get bored in audiobooks. Maybe an audiobook would be your thing. If you were to write another book, would you write another nonfiction or would you dive into fiction? Good question. I don't know. I think I would probably, I want to do, I said this earlier. I would want to do like a screenplay or a pilot fiction and see, because I don't think I would dive into writing a whole fiction book if I can't even write like a fiction screenplay. Is the book in first person? Yeah. Can I borrow your book? No. Did you make your friends wait on reading it on purpose? I mean, no, I just, like, I can't, you can, like, send, like, technically I can send, like, chapters and sections to people if they're in it, but if they're not in it, I wasn't supposed to, like, send it to people, and I didn't. And also, like, I love my friends, but I don't think they really care all that much. But, okay, so, someone said I remind them of Laura Gilmore. Thank you so much. So, I have a minute left, or I have until 12, it's 11:59 right now. So, last time, You're Not Special, it comes out tomorrow, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, and if you guys would like a signed copy, these are little signatures, they go inside the book. These are available at premiercollectibles.com/rinks. You can order it there. And yeah, I'm so excited. I hope you guys really like it, and I hope you get a signed copy. And if one of you or whoever gets the copy that says I spelled my name wrong, oh my god, please let me know, because it spelled my name wrong. So I'm just reading too many of them now. Okay, it's 12 o'clock now. I gotta go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me here. And don't forget, you're not special. So,